Hi, I'm Soraya Freire and welcome to StorySD episode number 133. It's time to break down Jean-Claude Van Damme Epic Split.
Welcome to StorySD, helping you use storytelling in your communication strategy. Explore other resources at storysd.com. And now, here is your host, Dr. Soraya Ferreira, story strategy consultant and trainer.
If you go on YouTube and watch Volvo's ad Epic Split, it begins with a medium shot of Jean-Claude Van Damme. And we are seeing him with his eyes closed and then he's going to open. In the background, we hear his voiceover and he's saying, "I've had my ups and downs, my fair share of bumping roads and heavy winds. That's what made me who I am today. Now I stand here before you." And after he says this, then the shot goes wide and we realize that he's on top of two Volvo trucks. Then he carries on saying, "What you see is a body crafted to perfection, a pair of legs engineered to defy the laws of physics, and a mindset to master the epic of splits." And this is when we realize what he's going to try and achieve, which is to do a split while he's on top of two trucks that are moving not forward but backwards. And then the camera goes wider and we see him achieving this epic split. And it was done in one shot, in one take, and it was during the sunset. This ad had millions of views, and here you can see a story structure. So we have our hero, which is Jean-Claude Van Damme. We have a goal, which is to do a split, but there's obstacles because he already did a lot of splits. He's famous for that, but he never tried to do one on top of two trucks that are moving backwards. So we have those obstacles, and then by the end he's going to be able to do this and survive. So we have the transformation.
Standing on the shoulder of giants.
The recommended resource for this episode is the LinkedIn course Selling with Stories: What Makes a Great Story by Paul A. Smith. In a previous episode, I already recommended his book Selling with Stories, so if you don't want to read the book, this is a great alternative. One of the key elements that he talks about in this course has to do with the structure that you should use when you are writing a sales story. So your story should be composed with the following parts: a context, a challenge, a conflict, and a resolution. So, the context is the setting of the story, where and when it took place. The challenge is the problem or opportunity the main character ran into. This is where the hero meets the villain. The conflict is the action of the story. This is where the hero does battle with the villain. And the resolution is how everything turned out in the end. Since we are talking about sales stories, he also recommends to add a hook at the end. And this hook has two steps. So you have the lesson, which is the lesson, and also you have a recommended action. In the next episode, it's time to break down another ad, which is called the dramatic surprise. Until then, keep moving forward.
Thank you for tuning into StorySD. Sign up to the newsletter today and be the first to receive updates at storysd.com.